my usual content. I'm here to spread joy and happy things, but yesterday I was on here scrolling and I saw Jane, a very famous creator, guys. She's the one who does like all the Utah mom parodies and stuff. Hi Jane, I love you. Shared a scary experience in Utah in a parking lot with her kids, and it brought back a flood of memories. This is to help educate other moms, not to spread fear. It will be the one and only time I probably ever talk about this. So one morning I drove to the gym with my small children. I had a new car, so I didn't know that when I parked, the doors automatically unlocked. Do you see where this is going? Pull up to the gym, front row parking, broad daylight, maybe about 8:30 a.m. It's generally very safe. My two young children are in the rear seats, not in this car, it was a different car. Each morning I would make my son a bottle, so I'm mixing up his formula. Usually I would unbuckle my toddler and let him stretch his legs. I kid you not, I had a feeling, just wait. So I didn't. I'm sitting there making the bottle when I hear my two rear doors open up. Now this is where I am so thankful that all those posts online prepared me for this moment. And what do they advise? Be vicious, be mama dog, cuss, go crazy. So they open the back doors. I'm seeing women put their hands in towards my kids, scream, "What the F are you doing? Get the F out of my car, get the HOA." And I just, the women immediately slam the door shut. I lock my door as fast as I can, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, what just happened? I'm in shock, but my door is locked. I slowly unroll my window because the one woman is still standing there, not directly across from me, but like by my child. Rolled on my window. I said, "Hey, sorry I yelled at you, but what were you doing?" And she goes, "No habla inglés." Intuition is like, don't trust her. I'm sitting there. I start looking for unmarked vehicles. And at the back of my car, there is now a third woman. There are three women not leaving my car. Just three women behind my car, and they're not leaving. And they're pointing at the door with my toddler, who was nonverbal at the time. Anyway, sorry guys. This brings up emotions.
Part of this scam, you see it in third world countries. A lot of times pickpockets, okay? They'll be female too. And they'll match the female. And then if you start screaming, they start screaming at you, pointing at you, saying you're the criminal. And in situations like this, especially a nonverbal child, they will be like, "That's my child, not her child." And then she'll be like, "No, that's my child. Now prove it." Okay? She might be able to if they're both blonde-headed, but the police show up and they don't know whose kid is who. Same way with pickpockets. They don't know who picked who. And the scammer is way better at this because they've done it a few times than you have. You see it in a lot of ports where somebody gets off a port. They're wealthy. The scammers are used to working in the port. They start pickpocketing. You catch them as a pickpocket. They point at you and say, you hit them. And the police are looking at this one person that knows the situation better than you. And they're like, "Oh, so you hit this person," meaning the scammer. And you're like, "No, they